Secretary to call the roll, please.
Good morning, thank you. President Robinson,
Here.
Vice President Walker, Treasurer Secretary Allen, here, Director Collins, Director Cardelli,
Here.
and Director Vaquero, missing in action. Okay, Mr. President, you have a quorum.
Thank you. I'll call the meeting to order. Please rise for the pledge.
It's over there this time.
Okay, we're going to modify our agenda. Our volunteer has to get to her annual meeting, so Susan, if you would come up, please. This February, we're proud to honor Susan Balin as a Kings Point Volunteer of the Month. Susan's unwavering dedication to our community is truly remarkable as she actively contributes through various roles, including being the moderator and founding member of the Next Door Kings Point, director and treasurer of Tomiak Foundation, and president of Bedford C, and owner, We Make New Again. Susan devotes over 30 hours each week to answering questions, welcoming new residents, assisting those in need through the Next Door platform. Her efforts have made Next Door a vital resource for fostering connection and support in our community. As director of the Tomiak Foundation, Susan has played a key role in securing grants that benefit Kings Point. Thanks to her leadership, the foundation funded the creation of our beloved dog park and provided grants to the Sun City Center Emergency Squad to support their life-saving work. Susan also volunteers her expertise and time through her remodeling company, Make Me New Again, often assisting residents in updating and improving their homes. In addition, she serves as president of her condominium association, Bedford C, where she works tirelessly to enhance her neighborhood. Originally from the Bronx, New York, Susan later moved to Chicago, Illinois, where she achieved notable success in pageantry. She was crowned Mrs. Illinois in 1982 and earned the title of first runner-up in a Mrs. America pageant. Wow. Susan moved to Kings Point in 2014, bringing with her a wealth of experience, compassion, and commitment to making a difference. We are delighted to recognize Susan as our February Volunteer of the Month. Her countless contributions, leadership, and dedication to helping others has made Kings Point a better place for all. Thank you, Susan. What a resume. Congratulations.
I'm very honored to receive this award, and the most important thing, when I moved here, I knew nobody, and this community is just wonderful. I love everything about Kings Point. So if I do have to say one thing about this Tomiak Foundation that we're on, it started in New York. My ex-husband was a dentist up there. He had two sisters. They never married. They worked in the same building in the United Nations office in Manhattan. No children, no family. When they passed, we took over, we started the foundation. Most of that money was going into New York. Anybody that was a 501c, we were able to help. After I moved here full time, I said to Arthur, let's go ahead and start gifting in this area. So we were able to build that dog fence and start that for all the people here. And as of December 31st, I'm so proud of this, we now have contributed $507,000 just in Kings Point, Sun City Center, Ruskin, Apollo Beach, and Waimama. So if anybody does know anybody who's a 501c, have them go to the Tomiak Foundation website because we're getting ready to gift again. And thank you for this.
Thank you so much.
If I could just add quickly, my mom was a very well-known pageant coach throughout the country. So I am well aware of your Mrs. America and how difficult that was. That's not an easy crown that they give away, so congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay. I'll make a motion to approve the January 8th of 2025 Master Board minutes. Any additions or corrections? Hearing none, they stand as written. Manager's report.
All right, I just have a few updates and a couple of save the dates this morning. So as you all know, we are getting ready to transition to the new irrigation team starting April 1st. I just want to let you know those preparations are well underway. As of now, we've hired an experienced irrigation manager, and we're in the process of hiring the technicians. The delivery of our ATVs for the technicians has been delayed. We are working with Kawasaki to hopefully ensure they arrive by April 1st. We're told that we are the first on the list for the whole country. I guess they're having an issue with getting a part from Japan over here, but as soon as they come in, we're first, so those will come here. Fingers crossed we get them on time. The pad for the pole barn has been poured. Right now we're just waiting the installation date from the supplier. The fuel tank has arrived and its pad has been poured as well. And then right now I'm working with the irrigation manager to start establishing policies and procedures for the new crew. So hopefully they can get off to a great start on day one with all of those procedures set and they have an understanding of exactly what they're supposed to do. For patterning coverage, work on the lower loop was temporarily suspended for about 5 or 6 weeks due to an 8-inch main line that we had on Hammersmith. That resumed last week. It was reported to me this morning. I have not verified myself in the field yet, but this morning it was reported that Highgate A through F is complete and ready for final inspections, so we will get those scheduled as soon as we can. The crews are moving on to Highgate 2 through 4, and after that, they're gonna move on to Idlewood and then Lancaster 1 and 2. The estimated timeline for completing those associations, which will complete the lower loop, is approximately 6 months. Once we complete the loop in 6 months, then we're gonna move on to the 41 hub, and that hub includes Princeton, Manchester's, Oxford's, Tremont's, Southampton's, Somerset, Yorkshire, and Worthington. I've been meeting with the residents of those associations this week. I still have a few more to meet with tomorrow to review their agreements. And then the audits and pricing for all of the remaining associations are finally in. Susan will begin calling you next week to schedule an appointment for you to come in and meet with me to review your audit and your pricing. So within, I'd say the next 3 weeks, everyone should have their price. I'm also excited to announce that we are launching a new website. It's called Enumerate. This is a secure website that's going to enhance communication and document access for the community. The password protected platform is going to allow us to post the minutes, unredacted videos. Like right now we have to retract the financial portion because it's on a public site. Our irrigation inspections, so instead of getting those emailed out to you every month, they'll be posted right here on this site. And then we'll also be able to put the financials, which again, we couldn't put up for privacy reasons before. So you'll have access to all of that. The private portal will be available for board members. Additionally, it does have a nice feature. You can opt in or out, it's up to you. If you would like to utilize it for your association and to communicate, like to put your minutes and your agendas and things you want to share with your residents, you can utilize that as well, but again, that's an option that you have to opt in or out of. But once we do have all of the boards registered, then we're going to hold a workshop so that we can show everybody how to use it effectively. And once everybody is fully trained, then we'll go ahead and open that up to the residents, and we'll do some kind of a campaign to try to get as many residents registered as possible. And when it comes to that, we'll look to the association boards and presidents to help us get that information from your residents. On to disaster planning, just a couple of updates. The new Amber Alert type system that we have been talking about has been purchased. We are currently in training and learning how to use the software. Once that's complete, the procedures will be put in place, and we're hoping to have that in place before the disaster planning workshop next month. The Starlink system, we did a first test. As many of you know, our test was scheduled the day of Halloween, so you know, but we did that. That was successful. Now we're going to do an even larger test, a stress test, to try to really test the full capacity of the system. So we have that coming up. And once that's done, those procedures will also be finalized. And again, we're hoping to do that before the workshop. A couple of save the dates here. Our disaster planning symposium is going to be on April 24th, right here in the theater. If you haven't attended one of those before, it's a very resourceful event. You'll learn about all of the resources that are available to you from different agencies, as well as how to prepare for a hurricane, make a plan if you should stay or go, and especially for residents that are new to Florida, it's a lot to learn if you aren't familiar with hurricanes. It's old hat to us by now, but not to everybody. And then we also have our disaster planning workshop. That is for the boards, and that's to help them come up with their own association plan, and that's going to be on March 20th, also right here in the theater at 9:30. And this one we are super excited about. The Hillsborough County Tax Collector's Office is bringing Government Day right here to Kings Point. That will be also here in the theater. This event will be open to all Kings Point residents, as well as residents in the Sun City Center area. It's going to feature the tax collector's mobile unit, which is really cool. You can come here and renew your license, update it, change the driver's license address, help with registration services right here on site. They'll print your license right here for you and everything. Pre-registration is required for that portion, so you do need to scan the QR code here. This is also available on our website if you'd like to register for those services. But in addition, there's going to be representatives from Veterans Affairs, Emergency Services, Senior Services, Public Works, Social Services, and we think several more will be here as well. We're still compiling that final list, and they'll be able to provide you with information on the various county services and wellness programs. There are really just a ton of free resources that are available that most people aren't aware of, so this is a great opportunity to come and learn about those. Also, we haven't confirmed yet, however, it is very likely that our District Commissioner, Christine Miller, will attend this event. And of course, as you know, that is an excellent opportunity for you to share with her community issues and things that are important to us here in Kings Point, that she can hear from you directly one-on-one. So we strongly encourage everyone to attend this event. We're going to distribute flyers to the association president's mailboxes, and we're going to ask you if you would please post those on your bulletin boards and share them with your residents. We just really want to help make sure this event is as successful as possible, so that we can encourage the county to continue to hold these type of events here. And in order to do that, we need to have, you know, a really good attendance. So again, if you could help spread the word, that would be very helpful. Also a note from the Pond Committee, they are hosting a fundraiser to benefit the Kings Point Ponds. And that is going to be, let's see here. Oh, actually, I'm sorry, I don't think I gave you the date for Government Day. That's going to be on March 12th at 9:45 here in the theater. And the fundraiser from the Pond Committee, all proceeds there are going to benefit the ponds and maintenance and restoration here in Kings Point. They're going to have live music from the Down Home Band. I've heard they've got a ton of door prizes and raffles that they're holding. It's a night of dancing and entertainment, and tickets for that are going to be $15, and that is on February 27th at 5:30 right here in the theater. If you need more information on that, I would encourage you to reach out to Rob Davies from the Pond Committee. And they may be still looking for volunteers, so if you'd like to help them with the event, you can reach out to him as well. And that's all I have today.
Thank you, Shauna. I would like to add that it's the Government Day is going to be in the Observer. It'll be in the Wrap. Is it going to be in the Pointer?
I have to check on
can check with that. And we've invited all of Sun City Center. We're getting in communication with Valencia Lakes to invite them. So we hope it'll be a great turnout. It is an excellent event. The last one didn't go so well, so we've updated our advertising and things like that to get more people in. And it's going to take place right after a board meeting. The board meeting will be very, very short because we want as many people to contact the departments that'll be here in the theater. Treasurer's report. Any of the board members have any comments they'd like to make? Huh? Concerning anything? Because we're, okay, that sounds good, sounds good. Okay, open forum. Anybody want to come up to the mic and mention anything? You can complain, you can thank us, you can do whatever you like.
Yeah. Or you can go to the podium. The podium's on, I think.
Okay, that's better. Okay, I'm John Petrush, current president of Portsmouth Association. A couple of questions about the Enumerate project. I'm new to this board, as being the president, and I have no knowledge of what that's going to be like or what it's going to be like, what it's going to do for us. So how do we get involved? How do we get connected? I know some other people who have had emails from the master, but I don't know, nobody on our board that's received anything yet, so.
Has your new board been seated yet?
Pardon me?
Has your new board been seated? Have you had your annual meeting?
Yes. Yes, we have.
All right, so we may not have received the information from First Service, because sometimes they have several meetings before they send their paperwork over. But if Cheryl, will you raise your hand? Woo! In the back of the room, she's the one that calls to get all of these things set up, so if you check with her, we'll just make sure that you weren't missed. But it's most likely we don't have your contact form yet.
Okay.
Yes, once everybody's registered, we're gonna hold a workshop to show
Yeah,
everybody
I
how to
heard the
use it.
workshop thing. I just didn't know how to get registered. That's the big question mark.
And that's the hardest part, so, but
All
like
right,
I
so
said, Cheryl will help you with
nothing
that.
we need to do yet?
Nope, nothing you need to do yet,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
And just a quick, very quickly, if you're familiar with the Connect system that First Services uses, this is very similar and will have the same functionality as the Connect system. So, so this will be the master's way of being able to communicate to the community the same way the First Services uses the Connect system to communicate.
Okay, then the next question is, does it cost us anything?
Your
To be a
association?
member.
To be a member, no.
No, okay,
It'll
so
give
you're- it's paid for
yeah,
through the master?
we've set up that ourselves.
Okay.
Good morning. Sue Haru from Nantucket One. I'm the president. Can you give us a status on the land trust property that comes from the fence on 36th Street in the 15 feet on when they're going to clean that up from the hurricanes?
Yeah, actually, Brown's Tree Service was here today to give us an estimate, and then we're also reaching out to Monster to get an estimate. So once I have those two estimates, then the board will make a decision who they want to go with, and we'll get those removed. And we've already got a proposal to repair the fence. We're just waiting to get the trees removed.
Okay.
I would point out that land belongs to the master, not the land trust.
Okay, I've been told both.
No.
I've been told that it's owned by the land trust.
There is a small portion
Yeah.
that there's a small portion that's owned by Club Link, a small portion by the trust, but the majority is the master.
Okay. And can we have it put on the agenda every month until it's done so that I don't have to keep coming up here, just to give a status? We have 130 units in our association, and every month I get at least 25 calls on what's the status. So it would just make my life a little easier if it would just be on the agenda every month until something happens, so that I don't have to keep coming up here and asking.
Yeah, Sure, I can report on that in the manager's report, but hopefully, once we get a proposal, it should move fairly quickly. The reason it's taken so long is because we weren't sure if we were going to file an insurance claim, and we had to leave it for the insurance adjuster. So that's the only reason it's taken so long this far, but now that we're past that, we should move quickly.
Okay, thank you very much.
Good morning. David Wetmore, Acadia 2. I read the article about Chris and the president of the Federation, and I'm very happy that that is happening. And I wanted to take a moment in front of everybody and thank this board for your efforts to have a better relationship with the Federation. I know when I was on the board, I agree. This is important to the community. To have an adversarial relationship like when I was on the master board doesn't work for anybody. So thank you very much. I appreciate it.
And I should have mentioned in my report also in regards to the two boards working together, the first Tuesday of every month there will be a joint town hall. It was just a Federation town hall, but now Diane has invited the masters, so you will get an opportunity to bring any questions or concerns to either board the first Tuesday of the month.
Before we adjourn, I would like to ask everyone here to talk to their neighbors, and could you please go through the gates at 15 miles an hour? It's 200 feet. I was coming through yesterday and somebody passed me. I was doing 15 and somebody passed me. They had to be doing at least 30, 35, and they're bouncing over the speed bumps. And so I don't know what we're going to do to slow people down, but just encourage your friends and neighbors to. It's only 200 feet, man. Don't worry about it. As soon as you get past that 15 mile an hour zone, then you can go, because the safety issue is people trying to get out of Clubhouse Drive.
Golf carts?
Yeah, and golf carts coming out of the lawn bowling, and people playing shuffleboard and cornhole. When you're going 30 miles an hour, nobody can do anything except the person doing 30 miles an hour. So just respect that rule. If you could pass that on, I would appreciate it very much before we have to do something even more drastic. Thank you. Entertain a motion to adjourn. Motion is made and seconded. All those in favor? Any opposed? No. Thank you very much for attending.